tag? Buttons depressed.
I don't know where the post was in the Discord, in which subforum, but it was said that when the server is boosted, it gets the opportunity to offer a tag server. And if it is boosted more, that it can offer a flag.
Did you have to try out Nitro?
No.
Interesting. Okie dokie, let's do this thing. Quiet on the set.
I found it. When you go to the router,
Hey, quiet on the set. You're listening to WRFB, Radio Free Britannia. And this is Lunch, coming to you live from Deltona, Florida. Here are the dynamic duo themselves, Laz and Jack.
Greetings, everybody. This is Laz.
And this is Jack. Welcome to another edition of Lunch with Laz and Jack. And I'm here today. And Laz didn't play the intro in Discord.
Tomorrow.
But
I don't know why it didn't play in Discord. It played everywhere else. I don't get why it didn't go through today.
What do you mean by everywhere else? So you heard it audio on
It came through my headset, it went through the radio, and it went through the live stream, but it didn't go through Discord for some reason. And I have no idea. And apparently,
what didn't go through Discord?
Yeah, thank you.
The intro.
It never goes through Discord.
Yes, it does.
I never hear it in Discord.
So there's two different intros. One is the
actual I love this shit stream intro, and then the other is the radio intro.
Yeah. The I love this shit intro never goes through Discord, but the radio intro normally plays in Discord.
Yeah, so let me just see something here.
So Laz is going to try to fix that right now. While
no, I mean
we tell everybody
the settings are absolutely correct. I mean, I just don't get it. Unless there was a
Update
change
for things.
now. Voice meter there, yeah.
Windows
And
update.
oh,
Change
I see. Yeah,
labels for shit.
there was my microphone is input and my output. See, my microphone should be where is it? My headset Plantronics. This device is currently in use. Changing properties may cause application issues. Yeah, well,
Oh
change.
no.
Set as default for audio. And I don't know why it won't let me switch it over. That's very weird. That is very interesting. Although no, it's saying it's there now. I mean,
Couldn't tell you, man,
yeah.
because
Let
I'm
me
not
just.
looking at it.
I know. Let me just see something here when I do this, and just see if it comes through in Discord this time, or maybe not. Let's just see.
Then after that, it would be
Nope.
Discord settings.
Quiet on the set.
Nope, not coming through there again. I don't know why. Probably need a reboot. But anyway, I'll let you continue.
Hey, giveaways might be open on both streams. If you're a Shroud player and you want to get in on the streamer bundle, that is Bang Bundle Me on twitch.tv/Cynicist and twitch.tv/NBNN News. If you are interested in getting on the Steam key giveaway on Laz's side, twitch.tv/NBNN News, that's Bang. I love free shit. And on my side, twitch.tv/Cynicist, that is Bang the Bootay.
Bang it.
Yes. Bang it hard. But
Bang
yes.
it deep.
And if you don't feel like waiting for the giveaways and you want a Steam key, you can either tip Laz or myself 300 bits. 500 bits would trigger a giveaway, possibly a game of marbles if you want to, so you can change the programming, or a sub. Yes.
Absolutely. But welcome to today's show, boys and
I
girls.
think that's
It
most
is
of our intro.
Taco Tuesday, June 24th, 2025 here, and that means we're giving away twofers at the butt and the top of the hour with streamer bundles today.
Yeah. Fuck, I was hoping it was Friday already.
Yeah, well, Friday may be coming
Yes.
sooner than we want around here this week. So,
Well, it's Friday somewhere.
oh, is it?
Yeah.
Where?
What universe are you referring to?
Oh, I'm talking about
Yeah.
different dimension is probably Friday.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, different dimension, different universe. Yes.
In Lomia's world.
Yes.
Well, there is a
On a
dimension
different
where
planet.
there is a dimension where the time's different than it is here.
Well, that would be a time zone.
Yes, absolutely.
You know,
You
Time-
just go a couple hundred
time-
miles one way or the other, and your
Time-
time will change.
time itself is the dimension. It's a fourth dimension.
Yeah, and Conjure, you don't like the might be open because mine are open. I hope Laz's are open. I did have
mine are
to
open.
re-authenticate. I had to re-authenticate.
Mine's open.
Yeah,
Streamlabs chat as well.
I've got people in all my giveaways. So
So Lumir, when did you start streaming?
I didn't say what was open.
Your fly?
No, I don't have a fly.
Oh, okay.
hey,
I'm wearing swim trunks, so I don't have a fly.
I just
Why would
got
you be wearing swim
notification.
trunks?
Hey, look at that.
It's
My
cool.
houses are in jeopardy. Yay.
Swim trunks are cooler, are cooler temperature wise than wearing regular shorts.
I don't know
Yes.
about that.
Well,
Sure.
they're a lighter, thinner material, and so it's not as warm wearing
Depends on what your
shorts.
shorts are made of.
You could just
Well,
go with not wearing
they're-
pants,
I,
and then you don't have that issue.
well, I would never wear pants in the summer anywhere except for Sunday.
Pants referring to anything covering the buttocks and part of the legs.
Uh-huh. Well,
Yes.
never mind.
Never mind. All right. So where do we want to jump off today? Do we want to pick up where I left
Cliff.
off yesterday?
Let's jump off a cliff.
Well, let's go with the breaking news. And Noob with the sub.
Oops, Scott Lever.
I'll have a tuna.
Yes, Noob. Are we playing marbles? Or are we talking Shroud? We're playing marbles, guys.
Play.
That's where we're starting off today, which means we get a giveaway on my stream.
He did that yesterday too.
Hey, it's all good.
Hey, we won't complain.
No, not at all.
Well, there's an idea for the rest of the week.
So it's an idea for every week, playing marbles, people tipping bits.
You know, we haven't done in a long time.
What?
Cars.
We'd have to re-update a crap ton of that stuff, and
Yeah, there's a reason
Find
why
it
we
again.
don't do that.
yeah. Okay, so when are we clicking stop? It's a little bit too early to do the bang play. You about ready to get into the track?
Look at that. Look at that.
Look at what?
My rando hit Castle Siege.
Oh, it did.
It
Well,
did.
my rando hit. I have no idea. It's still loading. The factory. So you can do bang play now. So Conjure,
No.
redo the bang play on my side. Everybody can bang play. Don't forget bang the boutte on my side because the giveaway will occur at the end of this track.
Jack will be giving away a
And
game key.
That's right. We are clicking start in 3, 2, 1, start.
69 seconds
on
to get
top of the
in
box
on the
today.
action. Got 9 players
Yes.
in so far.
Yes. Tyrion is on the box.
On the box, not in the box.
On the box. On the box.
A
Here,
dark
I
blue
even
monkey
took a picture for you.
actually has our track record for 54 seconds on my side.
I know. I mean, it was amazing the day that he did that. On,
Yeah. With the world record, 38.8 seconds.
Yep. See, Tyrion on the box. I posted that image in Discord. Down to 19 seconds for the factory. And the factory is one of those tracks with lots of ejections as well. So, will we have people live? Oh, Dark Blue Monkey wants everybody to know that he polished his balls multiple times prior
Pretty
to
cool.
playing. So, Lomir in an early something or other as he drops down, but I
right.
flew right by him.
Here we go. Noob
Go
Skydriver
Go
ejected.
down, go up, go weird places. Morgan currently in the lead. Dropping down the next thing. Oh, Conjurer now in the lead. Conjurer, the first one into the conveyor belt. Oh, wait. No, I am. I stole it from Conjurer.
But holy crap, Rustic Dragon making a run for it. New world record?
Oh no.
New world record?
Hopefully. That would be nice.
I know he just broke Dark Blue Monkey's record, but Rustic Dragon.
Well, he's got to make it
Oh,
into the hole.
it says he got ejected. Holy crap, what?
Oh, he missed the bucket?
It looked like he made it.
Well, is his name Blue?
No,
Or
it's red,
red?
like he got ejected, but he was
got ejected
down there.
then.
Yeah.
He missed it. Yeah, he missed it. Well, Conjurer can't figure out where the hole is over here. Keeps on hitting like the side
Lomir
walls.
makes it in.
Laz currently also hitting the side walls. Can't find the hole. Who's going to find the hole first?
Holy
Oh,
crap.
looks like I found the
Conjurer
hole
Dragon
first.
ejected. But Lomir for the win, so Lomir is going to get some scrolls.
So Dark Blue Monkey's like, did they shorten the track? No, they didn't. It's just if you get a really good drop and launch into the track, you can win really quickly. But as soon as the barrels start coming in, then that's what slows everything down.
I think that's like the first time I ever won on this track.
I believe that.
Yeah. But I am in the lead over here, but nobody's been ejected so far.
Thank you.
And we haven't played this in so long that there is no track
Yeah,
record.
Lomir, the only person to finish the track. Congratulations,
Oh, man.
Lomir.
Yeah.
It's because of the shiny ball that I took.
Yeah, Lomir definitely polished his balls properly today.
Even use lube.
Conjurer, the first person to be ejected on the Marble Factory, and I am dropping down, and I am victorious on my side.
Yay!
Everybody can send me their scrolls, all their scrolls, and then I can close a giveaway and pick a wiener. And Lomir, did you want a copy of Stick It?
Is that what the game's called? Stick it?
Yes.
Just a minute.
Huh?
1 second.
You get to be a swing, spin, and launch your way to victory in Stick It, a fast-paced physics-based platformer.
No, I'll donate it back.
Angular. Okay. So the next person is going to be Conjurer Dragon. Hopefully this key works in Germany. And that is a $5 game right now.
Roger who? Yeah, I hear you.
Roger
She must have been young.
Ebert.
Yeah, she must have been young.
Hey, 2 thumbs up.
Well, he was 1 thumb up. The other guy, Siskel,
I
was the
know.
other thumb up.
Yeah, Siskel and Ebert. But giveaway is reopened on my side. You need to get in by doing bang the bootay. Yeah, no, it's in-shitification. In-shitification is the word you're looking for, Dark Blue
Yeah.
Monkey.
Okay, ready to jump to 137.
Oh, hold on. Hey,
Was-
Conjurer,
was we-
throw
we-
that Steam key out in chat and let's see. How about a copy of Dead Estate? There you go. Dead Estate, because it's dead. It's a $15 game. Just throw that Steam key in chat. Let someone else grab it. Someone else can play with their sticks. So, Laz, where do we want to go for starters today?
137.
1 hour
19.
37
19.
and 19 seconds into the stream from 2 weeks ago.
We gotta get this one out of the way first.
Yeah, 137. Come on. 37, 19. That is loaded because we're clicking play in 3,
Good.
2, 1, play.
Obviously, you guys can go ahead and give us an ask there. We definitely have a lot of stuff going on, and the game is going in a good direction. As I said before, new players are coming in. In fact, old players are coming back as well here and there. So be nice to everybody, so that way everybody feels safe and would like to spend more time in the game. Because obviously that benefits all of us. I definitely will say that we want to do some marketing and everything, but of course we need to do fundraising to get that. We need more money to come in. So the more subscriptions we have, the better off we'll be. It pays for the salary for the folks who are developing the game, keeps the lights on, and the marketing. So we're definitely not rolling in the money here, but we definitely have enough to keep the game going. So the game is not going anywhere. And the fact that we see more people staying is telling us that we are definitely making a positive impact. So we're happy with that. And thank you very much for spending your time in our world.
All right, stop there. Yeah. The game is definitely not going anywhere. Yeah, it's definitely not going anywhere. With the whole 20 people online, people are really coming in droves. The marketing that's been going on for the last 10 years is really attracting a very big crowd.
The desire for the marketing. We want to market, but we just never going to do it.
Maybe, just maybe, if we released episode 2, you could sell a whole lot more copies of that and get some income, well-deserved income for the game, so that you could actually do some marketing. Because, thank you, Rustic.
All the people playing Shroud, and this is where we have to bring up the leaderboards, class.
I did that yesterday, but okay.
Okay, and the 30 days. And this is the most accurate rate or statistic that we have for the number of players that have played the game in the last month.
Accounts.
Yes. Well, accounts. Yes. And that is 730 in the last 30 days.
Yes.
Whereas that used to be closer to 1,000.
Correct.
And
like I said, but a whole 22 people now online.
Yeah, well, I've got 17 now.
Yeah.
It was 13 earlier. So
okay, so
yes, we may have some new players, and we may have the casual passerby, but remember that guy, we don't really know who he is anymore. Chris actually used to say about how awesome the Shroud stick rate was as far as new players sticking around. But shouldn't the player count be increasing all the time?
You would think.
Apparently not. They're not coming to Owl's Head.
I mean, the Shroud of the Avatar.net, which is not the. This is where the chart on Shroud of the Avatar.net is not as accurate as the number of people that made kills in the last 30 days.
How many people play Shroud of the Avatar? And he's got 526.
Well, that's the month to date.
Yes.
Notice
that number has been declining steadily over the years.
The trend.
I don't see it. I don't see this shooting up anywhere, and except for maybe when was this?
Well, shooting up and staying up. The upward trajectory has been
January,
non-existent.
February, about between January and March of 24, we had a little uptick, but that was about it. But anyway, back to our
Well, actually,
video.
the little uptick in 2019, December of 2019 to January, March, April, May of 2020. That was the little uptick. The most longest and sustained uptick. And then it boop. But
So,
yeah.
Moving right along, we're gonna I guess we can like pick up right where we left off because we can just hit
Right
play
where
because
you-
it's gonna get into right where we want to be here
Okay.
in just a minute before we get to this news. So ready?
Okay.
Where you at? Let me just ask you that. You're at one.
I am 1 hour, 38 minutes, and 35 seconds in.
Okay, I'm 33. So why don't we just jump to 42 real quick?
Okay.
You want to
Well,
jump
let's
to 36?
just scroll down and
go to 36.
click on the 42. Oh,
Now
damn it.
jump
Now-
to 36.
Okay.
Yeah. This way we're
Okay.
right at the same spot there.
I gotta wait for it to load and get the loading bubble away. Dun 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 dun. Come on. Okay, let's go ahead and hit play in 3, 2, 1, play.
I hear about the appreciation and the folks who are enjoying some of the new stuff coming out and discovering a lot of the old stuff that has kind of been back in the background for a while, but we're all very proud of having worked on it for so long, so many years.
Right.
So who?
Stymie has
Yeah.
Stymie has a question about our last 2 releases being on Fridays. Do we want to change release day?
Yeah, actually, I do want to change release day, but no, not to the last Friday of the month. What I want to change release day to is the last Monday of the month. Assuming that, there's a multiple layer thing here. So first off, why was the release on Friday for the last 2 months? Well, that's because infrastructure. I've actually, over the last 2 months, I've come down to Austin a total of 6 times. And I've only scheduled 1 trip per month. So, in fact, it might have been 7 times. I think it was 7. One of them, I literally came down here, hit a button, and then turned around and went back home.
Oh, God.
So it was a 7-hour drive. But nonetheless, the hardware's getting older. And we have been, and we've talked about this for a while now. Even back when Chris was still involved with the project, we were talking about shifting things with servers, buying new hardware, and stuff along those lines. Some of it occurred back then, but then some of it had to be put on hold. So I have a hardware that's sitting on my table behind me in my house. That's the mess in my house. That needs to be completed, and that server is technically powerful enough to run the entire operation if we virtualized all the stuff. What the long-term plan is to have 2, possibly 3 of those machines, and then evenly divide up the virtualization between the 3 machines, so we have redundancy and expansion room along those lines. So basically, what I've been fighting for the last 2 months is the fact that we're coming to that mean time to failure problem. So we have I actually replaced the game server last month. Well, when I say last month, meaning this being May, even though this is June. So in April, I replaced the game server because of a failure. And then the replacement game server actually had a dirty nick. Go ahead, Gabriel. Twist that one up.
What does
I don't
that
wanna
mean?
hear it. Yeah, what does that mean? So, basically, if you have a computer,
All right, we're gonna stop right there, and then I'll jump to the next part here. So yeah,
The fun part is I replaced the game server, but that's not what he said in all of his other previous updates.
right. But the other thing that gets me is eventually we want to have 2 or 3 of these, which might
Yeah.
be what 20 years from now at the rate you're going with trying to get the first server in, because we've been well over 2 years trying to get this one server done.
And what is the dirty Nick issue?
Oh, that was, just because, they didn't have anything covering the ports. So that was supposedly what caused the failure of the connection problem was, dirt and debris got caught up in
bullshit.
Yeah, well, I know. But the main topic here was he starts stating that the reason why Friday releases, and then he goes off on a tangent and doesn't actually answer the question, but does allude to the fact that he wants to make changes. So
to the first Monday of the month.
Right. So we're going to jump to 139.01 now.
Wait,
Oh no, 138.54. Sorry, 138.54.
So we're going back.
We're right there. Still about the same thing.
138.54. Okay, we are clicking play
hold on,
in
stop.
3.
I'm sorry, you're right.
We already did that one.
Why does that keep jumping? Okay. I'm sorry, you're right.
That one is backwards.
We're gonna go to 147.37.
147.37. We are ready to click play in 3, 2, 1, play.
No, I don't want to make it the last Friday of the month. Not to go into too much detail, because I think a lot of this is going to be really common sense when it comes to a game or a live game like this, a service game as it's really technically called. You don't want to be doing your updates as you're going into your busy time. This is the same with anything, right? If you work for a company, depending on what the company is. If it's a bank, they're always going to do their upgrades and maintenance work on the weekend, even though it still pisses off the people who use the web interface to pay their bills or whatever, right? So if you work in an industry that does its primary business on the weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, then obviously it makes more logical sense to do your intrusive work Monday through Thursday. Why Portalarium, the original company, chose to use Thursday as its deployment day, I am not sure. Granted, they did gave them, Friday to fix any critical stuff.
Stop. Yeah. That's exactly why. There is your fucking answer. They did it on Thursday, so that they had Friday to fix any critical stuff, so it didn't interrupt the weekend play of all the people who had weekends off. You answered your own damn question that you don't know why, but that was the answer to the question.
Not only that is it's the same way that Microsoft has Patch Tuesday, not Patch Monday, Patch Tuesday.
Yeah.
Because
is that like Patch Adams?
Patching the server on, we already ignore lockdown, and we've proved that we ignore lockdown every single release.
But wait, we're going to get into some real good Shroud math here in just a minute. But right now, Torque and Paladin Michael are my winners.
Oh, for your streamer
Of
bundles?
my streamer bundles. That's right.
Well, my streamer bundles are going to Noob, Skyblabber, and Dwip. So Leeboo. But I mean, there's so many issues that it's that as Laz likes to say, wobbles the mind.
Yes. In the infamous words of Kelly Bundy, it wobbles the mind. But we can
Kelly
click
Bundy?
play. We can hit play again right now and continue on while I send these
Okay,
out.
we're click and
Because it
play in
gets
3,
better.
2, 1, play.
And but it didn't really give them enough span of time for like, you know, the live stream would be the next day, the same people were involved in that, you know what I mean, it just became like a rushing situation. So I want to follow the same thing we did over at Elder Scrolls Online. On that project, it was determined the best thing to do, which if you think about it, any MMO really should be doing its patching on Mondays. In fact, you know, Monday, not at the crack of dawn either. We could, you know, although Ali and I stay up all night, so, you know, whatever. But basically, if we took the game down at 9 a.m. or 8 a.m. on a Monday morning, we will impact a hell of a lot less people than if we take it down on Thursday and we have a problem. So Monday would give us more time to fix things without having a high volume of usage on the server. So my long-term intention, my hope,
pause.
which is harder to do.
Yeah.
Do we have a high usage of
Has anybody ever seen
players
Don's crack?
playing?
You mean the whole 20 people that are online right now on
Yeah.
a Tuesday? Yeah. Again, it makes absolutely no sense. He's looking for an excuse, and this is just going to lead up. I'll get to that, but it's going to lead up to his other thing that he wants to do. First off, he just said he wanted to do this, didn't say he was doing this. Okay.
Yeah.
And we're getting to a point here because there was a change made that hasn't really been announced yet. And a lot of you people are going to maybe like it. A lot of you ain't going to like it. And we've already heard it, but let's continue.
Okay. Play in 3, 2, 1, play.
When I'm pushing the release out to Friday, then that makes it harder to pull it back a week, back to Monday. But that's where I want to head. So maybe one month where the days align properly, I'll push it out instead of the Thursday, push it over the weekend to a Monday, and then that way we could do Monday and Monday from then on. But I don't know. I haven't really figured that out. That's what I want to do. I really wanted to get to the point. Well, I need to get to the point where the data center hardware is fixed, you know, adjusted, upgraded, and migrated, and all that stuff. And then that way, I could then start paying a lot more attention to pre-populating stuff in the game. So there's even this second part of this answer to this, what should have been a very simple question, is the fact that part 2 is split into 2 pieces. One, I want to have the release on a Monday, so that way it's less impactful and gives us more time to recover from any issues. The second part is I don't want to be doing monthly releases anymore. I think that was heroic, actually. I'm going to use that word. Heroic of Portalarium and then Catnip to continue doing monthly releases with bug fixes and content every month for 138 months now. So we're in the 11 years of continuously updating the game every single month. Granted, it's not always exactly on that, you know, the last Thursday of the month as it's supposed to be. It slides a day here and there. And sometimes we even did it a day early, based on like if when Chris was doing deployment, if he was going to go on a trip or something, we would shift it around. But you know,
here comes the Shroud math.
Invariably, every calendar month there was an update to this game, or has been and still is. And we're still doing it. It's not like there's a problem or we don't have things to do or anything along those lines. We still have content that we could put in, but the amount of stress that it puts on the team, even Portalarium had 30 some odd devs working on the game, and that was actually part of the reason why there were so many bugs in the game back then, is that they ran around like chickens without heads trying to make sure that they were the minute a release went out, they were already starting to prepare for the next release's deployment. So how could you really go in there and having somewhere between 8 and 12 days of development time per month?
There's some Shroud math for you.
And then the pressure comes on based on what the cycle that they were doing with the telethons and needing more and more items and things like that. People had to do double duty. Let's take Barrick, for instance. He wore like 4 hats. When community management is
the silly
job.
shit is, I'm going to say this: majority of the people on the stream were management.
Well, that's got nothing to do with it. Where do you come up with eight to 12 days out of a month for fucking development? Where the hell do you come up with that bullshit?
Well, it's all Shroud math. I mean,
you have a 30-day release cycle, which gives you 3 weeks, and then 1 week of lockdown. So 3 weeks is 21 days. I don't know where he gets 8 to 12 days coming up with,
And lockdown is no new features. There's still bug fixes,
and they're still doing other stuff that may not get submitted with the release, but they're still doing the fixes in the background, which makes no sense. Portalarium spent 32 days per month testing every feature to make sure it's perfectly balanced, and puts 825 hours per month releasing in 7 weeks each month for bug fixes. Okay, so anyway, back to the major point. I would like to do releases.
And we have actually made the suggestion to move to quarterly releases.
No, I've never
We have.
That. You may have.
Yes, we have.
I have never been for that, nor have I abdicated for no.
The thing is, they don't have a team, realistically.
Well, when you have 5 people working on a project that
I'm aware.
But I'm just going to point to a friend of ours who managed to get his own little MMO out there single-handedly without a team, and supports his game and does updates and does everything all by his lonesome, without all this drama and without all this, little game called Nova Monday, from Slashy.
Slashy. He's published several games.
Yes.
Not just one.
One man army. Doing very well by himself with his own gaming company. Doesn't need a big staff. Doesn't need, Slash is badass, right? Right, Rustic? You know it.
Yeah. Slashy.
Yeah. Pretty handy with that sword, too. That's where he gets that name from. But let's get to the meat and potatoes of what this is. Do you want to click on that link that I gave you? Does that actually have a link?
Which one?
Which one? The release 139 deployment.
The Discord.
Yeah.
I gotta find my.
Or you may just want to jump over to the Shroud channel and go to the very top in the events section.
It's here. It is. The release 139 deployment is now Monday, June 30th at 8 a.m.
Yes, Monday.
June 30th at 8
Monday, Monday. Big announcement. You heard it here first on NBNN because
Mm-hmm.
nobody else is telling you about this. Now,
And
when is the Release 139 live stream?
well, I gotta go find events.
Very top.
I was trying to figure out where it's actually at in their channel.
Very top. Very top.
Very top. 6 events. Then the developer live stream will be July 11th at 4 p.m.
On what day?
July 11th on a Friday.
How many days? Cough, cough. Weeks?
2 weeks after the release.
Okay. Next event. 140. What day is that on?
Release 140 Monday, July 28th
Very good.
at 8 a.m.
What
And the live stream.
What day is the live stream on?
The fuck? Saturday,
Wait, it gets better. Gets better.
August 2nd at 4 p.m.
Right. And then Release 141. What day is that
Release
on?
141, Thursday, August 28th at 8 a.m.
And Release 141's live stream.
The live stream shall be Friday at 4 p.m.
A day later.
Shroud of
Okay,
the consistency.
Folks, we can't make this shit up. That's what makes this news so fantastic. That's what keeps NBNN rolling because we can't. Yeah, hold on, Tina. Hold on. Where is it? Where is it? Let me get my big old D20 up here, and we're just gonna roll it. It's going to be on the 16th of this month because we're just going to roll for release day. Yeah.
Well,
did he mention the year? Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. It's like.
Well, at least for the moment, we are still Monday. Yeah. You want some really cool? This is a really huge, fully stainless steel. This thing weighs about 2 pounds. A stainless steel D20. It'll take somebody's head off. I've got a bunch of
stainless steel D20s, but they're downstairs, but it's not as big as yours.
But yeah, at least for right now, it's still monthly to a part. I used to be Galdan. Actually, I mean, I've got some pretty interesting stuff. I'm going to just sidetrack this for a second just to give you a quick idea. Like, you know, I've got the holy hand grenade here just because got to have a holy hand grenade while you're role playing.
Oh, yeah.
But then I have a literal cup of dice on the desk.
Dice?
A whole cup. Yeah, I've got the whole stainless steel collection sitting on the desk, and then I don't break these out too often. I picked these up at Dragon Con in 2016, and these are a very interesting set of dice. As you might notice, if I can get it up there close enough, you'll notice they look like blank dice.
They're white.
But they come with this special utility pen. Oh, let me get this out of here. That battery's probably dead on it. But it's
Are they UV or something like that?
It's ultraviolet. Yes, you can roll them on the open table, and nobody can see it until you actually shine the light on it. And this way, nobody can say that, if you're playing as a DM, that you cheated with your dice roll. This way, you can just throw it out there, and make people sit there in suspense while they wait to find out what was actually rolled. And they can't make any plans until you actually reveal the secret die. But I couldn't pass those up. So yes, I've done my share of role playing, pen and paper type. I've even played with Lord British, just verbally. If you've never had the chance to do that. Lord British will run a game. You don't even need pen and paper. You just, do a couple things real quickly in your heads, and you, get your character, and he sends you off on a little adventure. It's pretty cool. But anyway, yes, there is the breaking news for you boys and girls.
Right.
I would like to do this, but we're not going to tell you we're doing it. We're just going to put it in an events section that nobody ever reads, except for, some of our audience actually does look at stuff like this, because there's a whole other events area in the Shroud Discord over here, which when somebody told me it was in the events section, I went to the events.
That's what I was in the wrong place.
I'm looking at these two, and I'm going, I don't see anything in events here. Yeah. There's a little unknown section up here where somebody put that in. And again, we're on, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, 2 weeks away, Saturdays. I mean, who the hell's going to join a live stream on a Saturday? I mean, really? Were you even thinking about this?
Well, I mean, remember, the important thing about streaming is streaming consistently.
Yeah, well, anything consistently.
It is about consistency. And all of this screams, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm just going to throw shit out there and hope something sticks poorly. It's the same way as I'm going to stream more. I'm going to stream at least another time or two a month. I'm going to be more open about our communication. I'm going to do all kinds of shit. And we end up with, hey, we've got a brand new server that we're going to be putting in. 2 years later, do we have that server in yet?
Yeah.
We're at 2 years for that new server that's been sitting behind Ravelox that's beefy enough to replace all their other shit if they get the virtualization.
Yes, couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah, it's like, come the fuck on. You haven't completed a fucking thing, man.
Well, again, you say you want to advertise, you need money, but you don't finish episode 2, which would be a moneymaker, because in order for people to move on, they need to buy episode 2. If they haven't
but you have to write the
already paid for it 10 years in advance. Yeah.
I mean, how many Shroud projects have we announced over the last few years that have not been addressed yet?
It wobbles the mind again.
I mean, Shroud projects, you got to pick one and finish it.
And of course, do we even know what's going to happen after 141? And if we jump over here to, let's see, upcoming events.
Well, I mean, the fact that they've got one on Thanksgiving is pretty fucking funny.
Well, let's see. 142 is slated for.
Oh wait, sorry, it's not
calendar
actually on Thanksgiving.
142.
No, it is on Monday.
Slated for September 29th, which is a Monday.
Yeah.
So we're going
October
Monday,
October 27th.
Thursday, October 27th, Monday.
Yeah.
So they're
Monday.
gonna go past the holiday. November 7th. November 7th? Oh, that's the stream, sorry. November 24th, which is the Monday. And December 22nd. Oh, we're actually going to get one before Christmas instead of doing it after Christmas. So look at that, because why? Why don't you just do it on the 29th at the last Monday? What the fuck's the difference at this point?
Shroud math.
Oh,
Shroud
yeah.
logic.
He's too busy
Of which we
working on
know
his
there is
Lord
none.
British sign map, vandalizing Money Pit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too busy working on the money pit.
Yeah, the Money Pit ain't gonna make him any money, that's for sure. But
No. It's kind of like the sneak scene
I mean,
that doesn't use the in-game.
don't
Yeah.
get seen,
Yeah.
or the don't talk scene. Which is that?
No, it's the don't get within the NPC's talking bubble.
Yeah. Okay.
It's the avoidance scene.
Yeah, there it is. The avoidance scene.
But yeah.
Yeah, Morgan. Do you know what the biggest section of Oak Island is called? It's called the Money Pit. That's what we're referring to. The
No, it's
Money
called
Pit
Oak Island.
on Oak Island. No, the most famous, popular part of Oak Island is the Money Pit. Sorry, yeah. The antisocial scene. There you go, Tina.
Yeah.
Hey, Laz, did you
It
reopen
is.
your stream, your bundles?
I believe I did. No, I didn't. You're right. Good point, Lomir. Good catch.
Yes. The adding the money pit scene does invalidate the existing map that we've all had for years. Because Shroud math.
Everybody type bundle me. Get in on it, because we're going to be pulling it here any moment.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah.
You think you're going to be pulling it? You're going to be tugging it.
I'm going to be tugging it. Yeah.
You're going to be tugging it? Sweet. Are you ready to tug it?
Yeah, I guess we're close enough that we can do that.
We are pulling two, so that way we can say Taraxacum
Everybody in.
as getting a streamer bundle from me, and then also new Skyblubber again.
And I've got Torque and Lomir.
Oh,
Torque and
Yay.
Lomir. So
congratulations to
you guys.
those wieners. And we do have the final giveaway for the day.
Thank you.
And that is going to be a Steam key for me for Dead Age for Vovanov. Or as some like to say, like with a Brooklyn accent, Diad Age. Dead Age, which is a $15 game. There you go, Vovanov. Congratulations.
Alrighty, and we're going to be pulling our final game key winner here in just a moment, as we take a look and see what the game is. And I've got the game, and I'm closing the giveaway and picking our final winner. And Tina O'Neill, you're going to get a copy of Footlol Epic Soccer League worth $9.99. Foot LOL, LOL. Epic Soccer League. Worth
Got to play the footy.
$9.99. So there we go. And of course, we have a little other stuff to cover. So looks like we will be back tomorrow. But we may
Maybe
take
not.
we may take the rest of the week off after that because there ain't much to talk about. We'll make that decision tomorrow.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, thank you all for joining us. Thank you all for being here. Thanks to Noob for his donation on Jack's side today. And of course,
yes.
yeah, thanks for putting up with us for over 10 plus years. Better only Mondays. Well, I gotta say real quick before we get out of here that the Shroud news is becoming slim picking, so there might come a point in the future here where we just may need to pivot and take lunch in a different direction and just cover Shroud part-time. But until we actually find, an actual reason to do that, we're going to stick with what we're doing. But if that does happen, we'll let you know. But right now, we're still going to stick with Shroud and do what we do best, which is give you the latest and greatest information and misinterpret the news from Shrouded Avatar, as Jack says, interpreting the news like only we can here. But we will be back with more tomorrow right here on NBNN. Until then, I'm Laz.
I'm Jack.
And I'm Lomi.
And we are NBNN. Have a great day, everybody, and we'll see you all tomorrow.
Bye-bye.